Hey, it's Douglas here. It is Wednesday, the 26th of May, and I really want to say that I'm sharing this with you as it's happening for me. And so I think something that could be amazing news if this is something that you can make possible too. Um, Yesterday on the radio, I was off to pick something up, and they said actually 2,100 visitors from the USA came through the Cape Town airport, tourists, and they mentioned a whole lot of other things. And since Jael and I have been we're doing some work together, I've been seeing how do I get to him, and that's been pretty difficult, and lots of restrictions and quarantines and things like that. But you know what? Coming the other way is very different. And so I immediately sent a message and said, hey dude, you need to come to me. But what that did is it opened up a doorway in my mind. It gave me a different direction to think. So this morning, I realized that, there are places that have less restrictions at the moment than South Africa, but South Africa is pretty open. We're able to go where we need to go. We are able to have things coming together. There are limitations in how many people in a space, like a lot of places. But you know what? I'd absolutely love to invite you to come and maybe share 5 days of teaching with me and an additional 5 days of learning about Cape Town. I love Cape Town. I love sharing Cape Town. All of my friends who've come out here know that I'm become like tour guide Barbie because I love it out here. But I'd really like to share that with you. And it doesn't mean it's possible for everybody, but what's happening in me is I realize that I've been looking in one direction for the solution because it's always been when I can travel. And maybe that's not the answer. Maybe the answer is completely the opposite direction. And that would be, what about coming here? And I know over the years, many of you have wanted to come and do stuff in South Africa, and particularly Cape Town, because you know how passionate I am, and to see what we do here. This is just me, that like I'm free thinking here, but I've found that the energy going through me today has been absolutely amazing, and I wanted to share that with you. We don't know what it will look like quite yet, but the fact that the idea is there, and to see who wants to come, and maybe it's 5 people and maybe it's 20 people, it actually doesn't matter. But we've got beautiful spaces, we've got beautiful places to show and share and be able to go and teach. Come visit me, have a Weber at my house. We do a big chicken every week, and it's a family tradition. You'd be invited to join. I would be only too happy to host and share that experience with you. It's part of what we do, and it's part of who I am, and I'm happy to share that. And I've realized that I'm waiting for something to happen. But in doing that, I'd stopped looking around, and maybe that's why I got disconnected and needed to disconnect. And yesterday Tim and I had a great catch-up chat, and I was saying, no, I need to put energy in again. I feel the energy, but and then suddenly this has all come up, and so we'll see if this gets shared. If you're watching this, it obviously got shared. But the idea would be maybe we put a survey up. Hey, this is what we're thinking of doing. Who's interested? And the thing is, not everyone can make it, but it does open a possibility. And if there are enough of you, maybe this becomes a regular thing, because there is so much here to share and so much information, but at the same time, you come to learn. You come to learn, experience, and whatever level. And if it's 5 days of teaching, well, you know that the teaching never stops. We'll be having a beer, and we'll be teaching, and we'll go for a surf lesson if you want. And I will be sharing with you all of the people that I have in my world and all of the wonderful supports I have around me that help me learn and give me the space to come up with all the crazy ideas that I share with you guys. So if this is something that tweaks you, that makes you go, oh God, that would be amazing. I don't know if I could do that. Well, that's already, just know that it's a possibility. It's amazing. And maybe, just maybe, we can make something work. And this is literally hot off the press, because it's just about playing with possibilities. And this just feels like one that's opened something up inside me. I feel like I've been saying to Amy, I can actually feel the energy pulsing up through my body and through my spine in the last couple of hours since this is all popped out. And it's kind of, I'm amazed how this didn't tweak in my head, but at the same time, it took one message on the radio, the messages are always there. Maybe it's the right message, it's the one I needed to hear at this point, so that I could give you an opportunity to come here to this beautiful place. You know, we're in winter. This is winter. Yes, there are rainy, horrible days, but this still is winter in Cape Town. And you know that I've realized that there are places I can take you. We're out of Cape Town, out to where friends of mine do training, and their farms out in the middle of nowhere, where we find our connecting with nature and connecting with just ourselves again. And those kind of places are so important, and especially now, because but there's so much. So I'm mumbling and I've got so many ideas in my head. Let me not bog you down too much. And I hope you're having an absolutely amazingly wonderful day, like I am.